on this season of Ice Vikings.
Same old story, try to be on the happy side of the ice.
That's right, we're back.
The lake, it doesn't remember you, it'll swallow you. It's unforgiving.
Minus 52 wind chill.
This was supposed to be a mild winter.
I mean, rain or shine or wind or snow or whatever, we're gonna go out.
This is us. The winter is what defines a commercial fisherman.
I don't remember a winter like this where the price from the big buyers has gone up so high.
This has got to be our coldest day.
One of them days that you want to just go home.
It's way too expensive to fish in the winter.
I can hear the ice cracking.
Traveling along, all of a sudden the bottom goes out on you.
Boom, went right down.
That's what nightmares are made of.
Pretty scary.
Holy smokes!
Instead of scratching my head, I should be banging it.
It's crazy. We're pushing it to the limit.
There's feet and feet of snow and minus 50 today.
This is going to be a calm year. I'm taking up yoga.
And there, I just jinxed myself because I said it was going to be an easy day.
Don't get mad if something breaks. Just go.
Everybody all over is dropping like snowflakes.
He's 76.
I'm all right. Just my pride's gone.
Look at this thing.
That sums up my winter season. When it works, it's still tough. When it doesn't work, it's just a nightmare.
Likey me likey.
Stay in school, kids. Don't become a fisherman. I like fishing here.
You gotta be a little crazy to do this. We got 2 months now to make hay and we gotta do it. Woo!
There's feet and feet and feet of snow and minus 50 today.
It is worth it if you're catching fish.
Got to get nets in to make paychecks.
That's the smell of money, baby.
There is a risk every time we go out.
If you fell in, I don't think you have a hope in hell's getting out.
In the middle of Canada, in the province of Manitoba, is Lake Winnipeg, a monster 24,000 square kilometer inland ocean that is the 11th largest freshwater lake in the world. It's over 430 kilometers long and over 100 kilometers across at its widest point. Locals know it as Big Windy. It's a shallow lake, which means any wind makes huge waves in open water and changes current fast under the ice in winter. In 1965, a 25-meter-long freighter, the Suzanne E, was broadsided by a rogue wave in a gale and sank. 9 of 10 crew lost their lives, joining hundreds of others who have died working on the lake. Commercial fishing is a vital industry in Manitoba, a year-round multi-million-dollar business that supports families and communities. On the western shore of the South Basin is the town of Gimli, which is known as New Iceland. Starting in the mid-1870s, waves of Icelandic people arrived to create a new home, fleeing their island in the North Atlantic to escape disease, starvation, and volcanic eruptions. Using knowledge from their homeland and following the lead of the indigenous people, they found a living on the lake. The winter season is make or break time for commercial fishers in Manitoba. When other fisheries close across Canada, the market price of fish rises, making Lake Winnipeg a hotbed of action and opportunity. People are putting their lives on the line for what they hope is a huge financial windfall. This is a part of that commercial fishing world.
Once you round the corner here out of this harbor, you never know what it's going to hold for you.
In Gimli Harbor, still known as the Two New Guys,
That water is cold. It's cold, yeah.
commercial fishermen Mike Lenton and Justin Gerbrandt are out in strong winds and near freezing temperatures.
I'd like to just get off here and call this the day. So would I.
They don't have a choice. They need to fish.
September was probably the lowest amount of fish we'd ever seen on top of a day. Like, it was brutal.
The fall fishing season is a straight sprint for 60 days on open water. It's worlds away from winter fishing, which is known as the long season.
There's only 5 days left, so it's kind of too little too late.
Could you hurry this up? Well, have you picked up fish?
Well, fine, I'll let go of the net and then it can get wrapped around the net. Is there some big waves? That's a big one.
Every once in a while, I can hear the roar behind me, and then here comes the water over the bow of the boat, and I can see Justin's eyes go big like golf balls, saying, hold on. And then it rolls through, and then I think, holy, okay, pull faster, let's get the hell out of here.
Oh, that wave that came sideways, I thought, this is it. We're finally gonna fill this boat with water. I'll be extremely happy to get the f off here today.
The fall season is known as the Widowmaker. Commercial fishermen actually prefer the hardship of winter to the treachery of Lake Winnipeg in late October.
If you fall overboard, if someone's not saving you, well, you'll die of the cold water. If Justin fell overboard, all I'm throwing him is a life ring. There's no way I could pull his ass over the side of the boat.
Experienced fishermen like Richard Bjarnason know to watch for a series of rogue waves, known as the three Icelandic sisters.
They used to have an Icelandic name for it, Fjóla, Guðrún, and Inga, you know. And you had to watch out for Inga. Inga was the last one. Big wave, and then the second one, and then the third one is usually the big one.
Facing down the three sisters is just one part of fall fishing.
It's brutal out there in the open water. That concludes a day of open water fishing. The rain gear only works so much, as you can see. That's soaked. Everything's soaked. Yeah, my gotcha's soaked.
The good news is their brutal day on the water was worth the trouble.
We get good amounts of fish, but like as you can see, I'm drenched.
I think we only missed 1 or 2 days out of 55 so far. And those 2 days we did miss, it was just too dangerous. Well, nice job today, Mike.
Yeah, good job.
Proud of you.
Good effort.
In Gimli, near Moonlight Bay.
This is a 4x60, 25 mil.
This looks smaller, right?
Oh, check it. That's a 4-inch.
Oh, it is?
Richard and Mike Bjarnason are a father-son team. At 76, Richard is one of the most experienced fishermen on the lake. Prior to winter fishing, they check their nets for damage and organize them by size. This year, there's a new concern.
All of these, obsolete. That's probably about $15,000 worth of nets. You can't use them anymore.
Rules have changed this season regarding allowable net sizes. It's an expense no one was counting on.
So you can imagine all the fishermen, you know, like what they're losing. It probably comes up to a few $1 million because they decided that the 3-inch and 3 3/4, they take too small of a fish. I know some guys that have taken truckloads to the dump. These are all no good. But no compensation from the government, nothing. It just makes a person sick. Like you look at all these nets. There's some fishermen like the Smiths, they got thousands.
And you still got brand new, we haven't even...
Brand new, some of them still in the bag. But the powers that be, they figure that they know what they're doing and figure they know better than the fishermen. So these guys, like the old saying goes, they know not what they do. And of course, they got PhDs. We haven't got a PhD. I haven't got a PhD. They got a PhD maybe in boat. That's about it. They will charge you for the smallest infraction. For the smallest infraction. Like the fishermen have to have a voice. We've got no voice.
Hey, neighborinos, long time no see.
Hi, neighbor.
South of Gimli,
I'm glad you came.
Justin and Mike have come to see Chris about some spare parts. Chris runs Kristjansons Fish, one of the largest and oldest fishing companies in the area.
I'm gone in like 48 hours.
Where are you going?
Up, and then north.
No, I always thought you'd go down.
There's a lot of heritage, there's a lot of ancestry and relatives in Iceland that if we can get the whole group together, I mean, it'd be neat to embrace their own heritage a little bit of why things are and why we are doing what we're doing.
With their fall season finished early, Chris has decided it's time to fulfill a family dream. They're taking the trip of a lifetime.
We're not fishing by accident. We didn't just come to Canada and say we're gonna fish. There's a string that's pulled all the way back to Iceland, and we're just gonna follow that string back. Then our family's trip to Iceland becomes another chapter in that saga.
So you guys are gonna have a chance to beat us on the ice if we're gonna be in Iceland.
Well, how long are you going for?
Till the middle of January.
No, you're not.
I told you, you're losing it.
I lost it a long time ago. I'm going back to Iceland and trying to find it. I want to get on the ice when there's ice. If there's a chance or a window to get to Iceland, it's now. Dad's been there once or twice before. It's my first time. I know how much fishing has meant to me, and I came by through generations of people who were commercial fishing in my family, who came from generations of commercial fishermen from Iceland. We came to Gimli and we found a place to fish, so I don't have much of a story to tell, but I sure got a lot to learn. You can't even walk away with all the stuff I've given you. Look at that. Now, the happy campers, this time in 2 days, hopefully 5,000 feet off the ground. And I'll look down and I'll wave.
Iceland is a study in contrasts. This tiny island nation in the North Atlantic Ocean is the land of fire and ice, brimming with lava fields, snow-covered peaks, active volcanoes, geysers, and alien black sand beaches.
Figure pops. Yay! We go to bed.
"160 kilometers northwest of Reykjavik.
There you are. There's a snack for you guys.
So today we're going to try some fermented shark at the Shark Museum. So we're going to meet the owner, Gudjon. He's going to show us around and give us a little history on fermented shark. And I don't know, maybe I'll try some shark today if they have. I think he's got some curing, so I'll give it a shot.
Welcome, guys. So this is our family boat. This is my grandfather's shark fishing boat.
Gudjon Hildebrandsson runs Iceland's Shark Fishing Museum.
This was the oldest boat in Iceland that was still in use.
For centuries, Icelandic fishermen hunted Greenland sharks, spending days on the ocean in open boats. Lamp oil, harvested from the Greenland sharks, was a vital export for Icelanders. Hunting them was risky business.
The dangerous part was the weather. It was going out in all sort of weather, not knowing the weather forecast after 4 or 5 days. But if we go, like in the history of Iceland, if we go back, like, let's say, 400 years, boys, they started working on the ocean when they were 14.
Half of them would not survive to age 35. Eating the catch could be fatal too.
So Icelanders, they couldn't use the meat because the meat from the Greenland shark is toxic while fresh. If you eat the meat fresh, you get very sick, or you could even die from it. So for the first 200 years, when the Icelanders were catching the shark, they couldn't use the meat. They had to throw it away, so there was a big waste of meat. But 400 years ago, they discovered a process to use the meat, to get the meat edible.
Icelanders learned that by fermenting and curing the fish, it was no longer toxic.
And this is only possible to do in Iceland because of temperature and climate.
He's telling us many people had died from eating shark. They finally figured out how to ferment it and how to eat it and how to make use of it.
And today, this is a delicacy in Iceland. The meat is used and eaten in all sort of parties and gatherings, big and small.
It puts things into perspective here that things don't change overnight. It sounds awesome, actually. Like thinking about smoking fish, or we make hard fish also. It's interesting. Can we try some?
Let's do that next.
Yeah, let's do that last, or Trevor can do it first. How about that?
We're all sending Trevor first.
Let's get closer to a hospital. How far are we from a hospital?
Let's go eat some shark.
Yeah, sounds good.
This is like 15 tons. I never would have believed that they'd had that much shark meat hanging in one spot. Like, whoosh.
I have it. In the drying, the meat gets this crust around it. But when I open it up, see here, it's white at the inside.
Yeah.
Come on here, smell it.
Looks like chicken breast.
Well, smell. I kind of like that. What does it smell like? I got no smell.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. I have no smell.
You're gonna smell this.
Oh yeah, I can smell that.
Now I'm cutting a piece here.
Okay.
Who's gonna be the first one?
I'll try it. Okay.
Bon appetit.
You guys ready? It's a rubbery texture. Wow, that is quite the taste.
The aftertaste is kicking in strong.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't love it.
It's strong tasting. Yeah,
It's strong tasting.
Like ammonia almost,
Yeah.
like a, yeah.
That is what we want.
Today, Greenland sharks are no longer targeted by commercial fishers. But if caught by accident, the museum acquires them so the meat isn't wasted.
How's that, Devin?
That's good.
You like that?
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not loving it. I'm having a hard time.
The Greenland shark is not something I would probably ever order. I'm really glad I tried it, but I didn't love it.
I can eat another one, right?
Yeah, of course.
There's only 10,000 pounds there for you to eat. The fermenting process was really interesting to learn about. It's similar to the way we smoke fish. I think it's a cool delicacy, but not what I expected at all. You can tell it's a hundreds-of-year-old method of prepping food. I think me and Devin liked it. My dad and Joel did not like it at all. I don't see those guys ever coming near it again if they don't have to.
Forecast for the Gimli region.
4,500 kilometers west of Reykjavik. Mother Nature drops the hammer back home in Gimli.
Snow 10 centimeters. Wind gusting to 80.
A winter storm continues to hammer Gimli, Manitoba, potentially signaling the start of the winter fishing season. Meanwhile, some 4,500 kilometers away in Reykjavik.
And look what I found here. It's a camera from Gimli Harbor.
Oh, shit.
Word of winter's arrival in Gimli has reached the Kristjansons in Reykjavik.
What does that look like to you?
Snow covering the lens and cold weather.
That looks like snow.
Yeah, looks like snow and cold. It looks like Reykjavik, but smaller. Hold on, I'm gonna look up the weather there.
That's gonna cool down the lake.
It's colder in Gimli right now, and it's snowing too. And here we're on vacation. I was hoping to have a little bit of a break. I don't know. What do you think? I'm hoping to enjoy some downtime, but I know you got lots of fish to catch, right? It's probably not bad for you, but is it going to stress you out? You want to get back now?
I knew this was going to happen. We're going to be in Gimli thinking about Reykjavik, and we're going to be in Reykjavik thinking about Gimli.
Yeah.
I just knew it.
Chris has a large quota to fish this winter and is feeling the pressure.
My dad did not fish as hard in open water. To be honest, I think he should have went a lot harder, and I think he's going to regret it this winter because he has a lot to do. And I would not want to be in his shoes right now.
Not going to be much of a break, that's for sure.
Still lots to get ready when we get back. All he can think about is that he's got tons and tons of fish to catch. That's going to just drive him crazy. He's going to be anxious. He's going to be irritable, more so than usual.
Okay, I'll catch you later.
Okay, thanks, Dad. Yeah, sounds good. I'm going to enjoy myself for a little bit.
Sounds good.
All right.
Enjoy your coffee.
It's going to be a tough one for Dad this winter.
Look at the harbor here now. I think 150 years ago when the Icelanders went to Gimli and when they left, what there was.
Chris and Robert have reunited with an old family friend, journalist Steinthor Gudjardsson. They have hosted him in Canada on several occasions when he comes to write about new Icelanders for readers back home in Reykjavik.
But you know the story of your grandfather?
Yes.
Tell me, why did they leave?
Because they had nothing.
Volcanic eruptions, overpopulation, and starvation spurred a mass exodus of Icelanders beginning in 1875.
I always believe those who left, they were strong. They knew that they could have a better life on the other side of the ocean. And I think they're right. It was a tough life to start with, but you have shown what can be done.
What I had, I took for granted. I never understood. As I get older and I listen more to my dad and hear the story of Steinthor, and standing here in the history of my family, my tribe, it sinks in harder. I don't know how to imagine how bad things must have been for that many people to leave here, to leave your home, to go to an unknown future, to an unknown country.
With nothing.
With absolutely nothing. And you hear people speak, they're proud because of the hardships that they endured. It's that quiet passion of agony that gives Icelanders and Western Icelanders their style.
Where'd this'll go? Better go.
At least that started.
South of Gimli, in Husavik.
Careful, she's an antique.
After the first winter storm has come and gone, Justin and Mike begin prepping for the long season ahead.
It's like bringing everything out of the boneyard. Nothing works. Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
They'd rather be fishing, but there's still no sign of ice on the lake.
Not even close. On my way here this morning, I always go drive down there like a big weirdo, even though I know it's still wavy.
Well, I'd like to call it a panic now. I'd like to ideally get off the boat and then 2 weeks later go fishing.
Oh, this is something. Fuck. This isn't even fire.
Well, hurry up, we gotta go on the lake today. Oh, there. We're always starting by end of November, screwing around doing something here at home, getting all the bugs worked out. Just let it sit for a minute, let the heart rest a little bit. Well, let's get this out, we'll gas ourselves in here.
Last year, the guys launched their bombardier, and it was a game changer. But breakdowns at the end of the season left them short of their quota, the amount of fish they're allowed to catch. This year, supply chain issues are making it hard to get any parts.
It's hard enough to get parts for this bombardier, but now when you start just basic things like a snowmobile, you go, can I get a part? Oh, in a month. Well, I can't wait a month, so then it's scrambling. Like, we rely on both snowmobiles for the first month of fishing before we can take the bomber out, so.
Hey, Gene, it's Justin. How's it going? Hey, we were talking about you might have had a spare set of rubber for the bombardier tracks. You still have that? Perfect.
The rubber they need will be used to build new tracks for their bomber before the old ones fail.
They're 1952 parts. Some of them we couldn't get at the time of rebuilding it, so we said, whatever, put it back together. But we have all those weak links are still on that machine. If we're busy on the lake, then we're just gonna drive it till she breaks and then go from there.
So I think we definitely jump on that. One way or another, work out some sort of deal with them.
Buy now, pay later kind of deal?
Yeah. Buy now, pay later. Exactly. After that, I don't know. Pray for cold weather.
Yeah, pray for ice.
The next day,
Wow, this is awesome.
back in Iceland.
We're far away from home now.
Doesn't feel like any fishing boat I've ever been on.
Definitely a little different.
50 kilometers southwest of Reykjavik.
We're about to go on the North Atlantic, so I'm excited to get out there and do some fishing. This is my element. I love doing this.
Joel, Devin, and Trevor have connected with a local commercial fisherman to test their luck on the high seas.
It seems to be whenever we travel, there's always something to do with fish. One thing Grandpa's always told me is if you're ever gonna go to Iceland, you have to go and learn about fish and fishing and fish processing and all of that.
There's a big difference between the vast expanse of Lake Winnipeg and the whole of the North Atlantic Ocean.
Hey, yeah, it says 12 on the thing. Is that how deep it is here? 12 fathoms?
Yes, yes.
Holy, that's super deep.
There could be sharks swimming down there.
It's almost 80 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What kind of fish are we looking for here? For cod?
Cod, or we can get hot dog and everything, you know.
Does it automatically reel it in?
Yeah.
And then when it's there, gaff it or just pull it in?
They will ding and they will come up.
There are no nets on this vessel. Fishing is done with outriggers sporting heavy rods and reels.
We don't have to jump down to where the fish are and put the hook in their mouths?
No,
How is this even fishing?
This is Icelandic technique.
The smarter way.
It's basically just like a big fishing rod. That's all we're basically using today. So it's kind of cool. Takes the back-breaking labor out of it. You get to enjoy it a little bit.
I have to go to the shore.
Yeah.
It's more likely to be fish there.
Right now, the current is moving us this way, and the spot we are in, we moved, so we have to move right back to it again to get the perfect fishing spot.
Maybe one day I just catch 2 fishes, you know.
Yeah.
And another day 10 tons. But if you see the birds who are white with a long beak, and they, you let me know, because there's a fish there.
It is cool to think, though, likely that our ancestors would have sailed by here and seen these same sights, you know? That's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's a strong connection to the surroundings. No doubt their forefathers sailed these exact same waters.
I feel like there's just so much to learn and to know. It's cool to see, like this harbor kind of looks like our harbors back in Canada. Feels like I could have a skiff here and actually go fishing out of here on our own. No fish yet, nothing yet.
If I was a fish, I'd want to stay down there too.
Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't.
Well, I guess we're not eating today.
Yeah.
You're supposed to supply the whole city of Reykjavik with fish today, Devin.
That's right.
Not only are the guys getting skunked, the North Atlantic has churned up a storm to end their day.
Whoa, it's picking up. Wow. That is crazy.
Be careful.
Holy smoke. Oh, you're gonna get wet now, Devin. Elvita Vitlis. It's crazy.
Near Keflavik, on the North Atlantic Ocean.
The waves are pretty gnarly right now.
Heavy seas are forcing the captain to head for home.
We're on the ocean in a freaking storm right now. Nothing I plan on doing ever again. It is cold, wet, and salty. I don't love the salt so much. I'm used to the fresh water, but it's a different way of fishing and it's hard in its own way. The weather is unpredictable here on the ocean. Oh my goodness, look at those waves. Oh, beautiful out. Wow.
Now these are sea waves. I'm not gonna say to go back, but I'm soaked.
Yeah, this is pretty gnarly.
Hello, okay, let's just go in home now. Sorry, no fish.
Ah, it's all good, man. The seas are a lot rougher. Seems like it's a lot more trying to find the fish than back at home. These people are not unlike us, but they got their own hard way about them.
Reel them up, boys. It's freaking cold. Didn't catch any fish. I'm not complaining, though. This was a good experience.
So you guys getting ready for fishing?
We're trying to. You can order parts, you don't get them.
15 kilometers south of Gimli, in Sandy Hook.
So what's the deal with these? You bought them and don't need them?
I got them. I was going to put them on a different bomber, and
They've never been on, eh?
No, brand new.
Mike and Justin have come to see Gene and Candace Pischke, a husband and wife fishing team, about parts they need for their bomber.
You can't just go to the non-existent bombardier store and buy a new set of tracks off the shelves. But he happens to have a new set of rubber he bought years ago and is willing to part with. So we figure we're going to try to hit him up for those before he changes his mind.
I have new tracks on here, and it's going to be 15 to 20 years before I put tracks on again. So
this is kind of the only piece of the puzzle that we don't have.
6 weeks earlier, Gene and Candace's boat broke down, leaving them unable to fish.
The fall season started really well. We've gotten some really good fish, and then, like always, the inevitable happens.
we were fishing, and all of a sudden having issues with the motor one day going out.
We really didn't know if that was it. We were going to have to quit the season. With the supply chain issue, it just took forever getting the parts that we needed.
Justin and Mike stepped up, lending their spare boat to the Pischkes to keep their season afloat.
You don't want to see someone say, my season's over because they don't have a part for my motor.
We like Gene and Candace. They're great people. You got to help them. It's their livelihood. That's how they put supper on the table. If we need help one day, I know someone will offer it to us.
Well, you take them, and you can think about it in the process.
Okay.
Well, I was kind of looking for a buy now, pay later program anyways, so.
Yeah, that's fine. I know where you guys live.
Well, I think we'll take you up on the offer. As soon as we find all that pickerel, we'll square up with you.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
As long as there's no interest or anything on the...
There's no...
Okay, you guys have a good winter.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'll have to come for a visit one day on the lake.
Yeah.
We'll race or something.
You bet.
What can be more fitting to a bunch of fishermen to sit and look at fishing boats out the window?
In Reykjavik, the Kristjansons gather for a final meal.
365 days of the year, we talk fish.
And we can eat fish too.
And we eat fish.
So there's the morning paper.
Here it is.
Whoa, look at this.
Ah, you guys made the front pages. It's about the closing the circle.
Stainthor has written an article about their visit to Iceland.
Having known you and met so many people of Icelandic descent in Canada, I strongly believe that it was the cream that left. Strong people, young people who had the desire to do something.
How many people actually left Iceland during that big move?
I think about 15,000, somewhere around there.
15,000?
Wow. And at that time, about 70,000 people lived in Iceland.
Oh, so that was significant portion.
Oh, yeah.
15,000. Oh, wow.
Everyone was too busy living and didn't understand their history. And Grandpa understood the value of his history because he lived it.
Yeah, and this hard life out on the ice, it's not for normal people.
You have to travel from one country to another country to find out your family from halfway around the world. But a fisherman is still a fisherman.
This is our heritage, Chris and I. These three, if they don't take over and make something out of it, well, there's nothing we can do about it.
But when you're gone, who's going to give me?
Will you be turning on them?
I think that we should have a toast to that.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, we're going to have some Brennivin. So we're making a toast to bringing our worlds closer together.
Yeah.
And now our Iceland is just a little bit closer to your Iceland.
To friends made and knowledge gained.
Hey, okay, I'll go for that.
There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers, let's go.
So over here, Mike, you have to watch.
Yeah.
On the edge of Gimli,
Not too bad of a spot there.
Oh.
The water's down, so.
There's no water anyway.
No.
Richard and Mike are at their favorite fishing spot in Moonlight Bay.
I usually start about 700 yards out. And this year, it'll probably be about 1,000 yards. How is it there, Mike? Give a punch through and see how much? What, an inch or so?
Yeah, about an inch, I guess.
It'll be a couple of days, and then she'll start making pretty good ice. You get cold temperatures, she'll put on about 2 inches in a night.
The arrival of winter has Richard and Mike eager to hit the ice.
What, another 10 days maybe we can put something on shore maybe, or?
Maybe even sooner.
Week.
Low water levels and late ice on the lake are impacting how their nets will be set this season.
We'll just see how it is. We can get some shallow nets, maybe 24 mesh deep.
In the meantime, there's lots of work to do.
We still got to do the nets, put cross ties in them. Then I got to buy a whole bunch of nets since they've changed the mesh size. And then the bomber's getting repaired. I will be busy for a while.
20 kilometers north in Spruce Sands.
Okay, so slide that over.
Alina Olafson and Jamie Park are attempting to salvage their sunken snowmobile.
Okay, maybe we could do it.
Like this?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't think I can do it.
This is Alina's first year fishing a quota with Jamie. And yesterday they learned a hard lesson out on the ice.
We kind of got into a little bit of a hurry getting set because of the ice looked better than it was. We were hoping to get a couple nets in and make some money before Christmas time. Well, we were driving out and we came out to the crack and went from 6 inches of ice down to about an inch of ice. The snowmobile started to slowly go down and I kicked Elena off the machine so we could get onto the safe ice, and the snowmobile sank to the bottom.
The incident could have easily cost them more than a sunken snow machine.
I think I froze, I'm pretty sure, froze, panicked, and then I heard him yelling to get off. It was pretty shocking, pretty shocking.
The snowmobile is right there, the back of it.
Okay.
And we're gonna take the chainsaw and we're gonna cut our way around like we started doing here. We're gonna lower this chain right down so that we can attach the bumper.
Ice has already formed over the hole.
Not the usual way to cut a hole in the ice, but we're gonna have to cut a big square, link up to the back of the snowmobile, and we'll have a nice big square hole to pull it out of. The ice is pretty thick too, so
yeah.
Got a little cocky yesterday, that's all.
Yeah. It looks thick.
Now, this is gonna be the fun part. Okay, it's not that far in.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to lower this as much as possible.
The water is at the freezing point, leaving Jamie only seconds to find the machine. Hypothermia becomes a real danger if his arm is submerged for too long.
I knew I was gonna get wet today. Where can I reach this thing? Yeah, just hold on to the line. Just need to see how much more I can get out of this. Once we get a hold of it, we'll be okay.
Back in Spruce Sands, Jamie is still struggling to attach the chain to his sunken snowmobile.
He's done it before, but yeah, hyperthermia is an actual thing. He's got a strong heart, apparently, so that he can do that.
Okay, so the strap is on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're onto the machine. Put the hook on. And now we should be...
I can let go of this?
Yeah, absolutely.
With the hoist, Jamie and Alina have managed to lift the machine out of the water.
Good job,
Yeah.
we're already successful today.
Okay, yeah. It's almost, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not on the bottom of the lake anymore.
But it's too early to celebrate. The next challenge is getting the machine back on the ice.
Okay, just give her forward. Don't be scared. Okay, one more time.
Back up first.
Back up again, yeah. It's catching the edge of the ice now, so that's good.
Now forward.
Give her.
The skis are caught on the edge of the ice.
One. Now we're gonna move the hoist to the front of the machine.
This is the most dangerous part of the recovery. The combined weight of the hoist, snow machine, and people are concentrated in a small area.
This hoist is awesome.
Yeah.
I told you it was gonna work good. It's nice to have good equipment and lots of it because fishermen can't have too many snowmobiles because you never know when they're gonna go down. Pull it out.
With the skis free, they can pull the snowmobile the rest of the way.
Perfect. Then we'll turn around, we'll get the strap hooked up to the front and
tow it out of here?
And that's it. That's what we
Okay.
did.
Okay.
Awesome. Hardest part of it, being okay with sinking my snowmobile, but we got it out. So it was a learning experience for both of us. So nothing too bad happened.
When I drive out, I'm still scared.
For Elena, it is an eye-opener about the dangers out on the ice.
He always tells me the ice is super thick, and it still scares me. It's scary. Yeah.
Oh, geez, slush. God almighty. As long as she stays fairly cold, she'll start making ice.
In Gimli, on Moonlight Bay. After a couple of cold nights, Richard and Mike can't wait any longer.
They're just happy to get out here and start back to work.
To beat out competitors, they'll risk it all to stake a claim in their chosen location.
Looks like a crack.
He's gonna go check over there. See how it is on the other side? It's made in the ice.
Starting closest to shore, Richard paces out the length of his net to make sure there's enough ice.
The hell am I on a sandbar already?
And enough depth.
Holy gee, I can't believe this.
2.5, not even.
Fathom and a half.
Lake levels are low this year due to a year-long drought.
She's too shallow yet.
This close to shore, the water isn't deep enough to set their net.
Used to be 2 fathoms here, but it's fathom and a half. Too shallow. Hey, this is all new ice over here. Lucky it just held me.
The guys need to set at least one net today, but the ice is terrible.
Well, this will have to be it. There might be a bit of shelf over here.
If Richard and Mike can't get a net in today, they risk losing this spot to other fishermen in the area.
Come on, come on. You can tell right now it's deeper. Oh, Chris, we're close to 2.5 fathoms. That's good.
Richard's been fishing on Lake Winnipeg for nearly 60 years. He takes nothing for granted.
One net and then check it after the night, see what's in there, wait for a couple of days and then put some more further out.
Was it 85 steps?
For these, yeah. A good 90 steps.
The jigger floats under the ice and is propelled by pulling a rope attached to a metal pick. With each pull, the pick launches the jigger forward.
She going pretty good?
Sliding along good. She's going about 3 feet in a pull. That's good, excellent. 35, 38, 39, 40. 34, 45. Okay, 65 up to here.
Richard paces out the approximate length of the net they intend to set.
Okay, Mike, good there. You can come with a needle bar.
Am I hitting it?
Okay, you got her.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Take her.
Oh, it's coming up.
But there's a problem.
6.
On the box it says 3 3/4 by 36, and on here it's 3 and 36, but it's 50 fathom long.
Ah.
God almighty.
The net is the wrong length. Now Mike must go out even further to set it.
We'll just jigger another 10 fathoms.
We thought it was 40 fathom long and it was 50 fathom. Minor mistake. But
Jesus.
Oh, where's she?
She's okay. Got it.
With the first net under the ice, Richard and Mike have officially opened the season.
That's all right. First net of the year.
Oh, it feels good.
First net of the season, yeah.
It's getting warm again, which is weird, and then it's getting cold.
5 kilometers south of Gimli.
I don't think I'll have nets in for another 3 weeks, maybe. God, that sounds like a lot.
Trevor's heading to a secluded location to check ice conditions. Unlike previous years, he's in no hurry to set nets.
I don't feel like I want to ask people to come out and risk their lives, essentially, just so I can be the first guy on the ice, you know? It's not that important to me anymore. I don't know how far I dare to go out. Sketchy as though. I still have fish to catch, there's no denying it, but I'm not as stressed as I was last year where I was pushing like a maniac. We never should have gone out here. You know why? I'm getting all excited now to start fishing. I wasn't before. I don't think Dad's gonna tell me what's up north there as far as ice goes, but knowing this much ice is here, I feel like it's probably almost time to go set up north.
Off the ice, Trevor and Chris are close, but when it comes to fishing, they don't always see eye to eye.
With my dad, it's really tough. It's almost like he's harder on me, you know? And he treats me as real serious competition, which is tough because I still want to learn from him, but I think he's kind of gotten to the point where he's like, no, I'm not going to teach you anything new. You're at a certain level now. He's like, which is tough, right? Because he's still my dad. Pretty much as we were walking out here, all I started to think about was, oh, I better get everything in working order right away. I think I better go and start getting ready. Yeah, it's going to be a busy week.
Take this needle bar and go ahead there.
1 hour north of Gimli, at the Narrows.
This is lots of ice here.
While Trevor is playing it safe, the rest of the Kristjansson family is hell-bent to set their first nets in their traditional location. Despite the broken ice and pressure ridge, Chris determines it's safe for Devon to cross over.
Don't go slow. Just go, yeah. Hey, you know what? That wasn't that bad.
We were here a couple of days ago. This was all just freezing. Now we're on it. If you don't like the weather here on Lake Winnipeg, just wait a night.
You shall not pass.
Ho, ho, ho.
With enough ice, Chris can set his first nets of the year.
Hey! Keep jigging! Devon! Oh, keep jigging! They said to come ahead.
We should get a good crunch with the south wind. As the ice expands, we will get a jolt.
Robert listens carefully for the sound of the ice opening up.
And right where that crack is, I bet you there's not much ice on the other side of that.
You just gotta keep double checking, you never know. Almost there, Devon.
As long as we get this net in, then.
Well, they're in. Like it or love it, or lump it. I don't know what to say. I just know that if there's some, I want more. But I hope to get a few tulipies. I mean, I gotta...
Don't say that. You're gonna jinx it. Now we're only gonna catch tulipies.
Let's get out of here.
That's on you now. Whoa! Slippy and Skippy.
You're gonna break through there.
No, you're not.
We made it. Whew.
90 kilometers south in Gimli. Trevor's excited about his latest acquisition.
This is new to me. I picked it up in Saskatchewan this summer.
A smaller bomber, commonly referred to as a narrow gauge.
But today we're getting a full roof rack. I like this too. The guy I bought it off had an actual receiver installed for the hitch. That's pretty nice. Engine's in good shape. And then the auger assembly will get mounted back here that you can pull out and retract and put back. Yeah, awesome. The skis are awesome too. So I got a bunch of nice new tires, spare tires. I mean, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Nice shovel. Get very excited about a shovel. I'm gonna grab the key and start it up.
Funny thing about new equipment. The fishing gods don't care how nice it is.
What the? Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Son of a... No luck. I'm not making any money right now. Winter fishing's very expensive. Right now I've got 4 guys working for me and I'm, not making anything today. It's just gotta get ready.
True to his word, Trevor's taking this setback in stride.
I guess I'm used to it now. It doesn't stress me out as much as it used to, but still, that's just the way it is, right? That's just one problem at a time, I guess. Yeah, I've changed my thinking, at least this year.
Mike thinks he's a better driver, so let's see what he can do.
Next time on Ice Vikings.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I literally went from glory to in 12 hours.
I accidentally went on the new ice.
This is the most dangerous thing right now, is a flat crack.
By the time you get back, this flat crack could have opened from 2 feet to 20 feet, and you're trapped.
The lake sets its own clock. It's going to determine when it's going to be safe enough for us.